Your engine could be counting down to zero right now, and the dashboard won't warn you until it's too late. You're standing in a dealership lot staring at 3 badges: Toyota, Honda, Mazda, and you think the choice is simple because everyone repeats the same tired line. They're all reliable. Just pick your favorite. That advice has drained thousands of dollars out of ordinary buyers who trusted a badge instead of the data. And today, I'm handing you the data. After nearly 2 decades elbow deep in these 3 brands, I've watched which engines actually survive past 300,000 miles and which ones quietly become money pits. The moment the warranty clock runs out, one of these brands will betray you exactly when you think you're safe. One of them is the smartest financial move most buyers never make. And one of them earns its legendary reputation, but only if you know which exact years to avoid. Stay with me through every single entry, because the number 1 failure on this list is so common, so expensive, and so preventable that walking away early could cost you thousands of dollars you didn't have to spend. Number 5 is the Honda transmission trap. And it starts with a price that feels like a gift. You find a used Accord or CR-V from the 2000s sitting at $8,000 or $9,000. And the Honda badge alone convinces you this is a safe bet. That confidence is exactly how this trap works. The 5-speed and 6-speed automatic transmissions built into Hondas from roughly 2000 through 2010 have a well-documented history of premature failure, with torque converters and third-gear clutch packs giving out long before they should. Consumer Reports data and thousands of matching owner complaints describe the same nightmare: a transmission that shudders, slips, then dies completely between 120,000 and 180,000 miles, even in cars with a spotless maintenance history. That is not bad luck. That is a design flaw baked into an entire generation of vehicles. And when it fails, you're not looking at a minor repair. You're looking at a $3,000 to $4,500 rebuild that instantly erases every dollar you thought you saved at purchase. Your bargain Honda becomes a financial disaster the second that transmission gives out, and no amount of babying the fluid changes will fully protect you from it. A cheap Honda automatic from this era isn't a deal, it's a gamble wearing a badge you trusted too much. Number 4 is the Mazda rust betrayal, and this one sneaks up on you slowly, then all at once. You spot a Mazda 3 or an older Mazda 6, priced $2,000 to $5,000 below comparable Toyotas and Hondas, and you feel like you just beat the system. But if that car spent winters anywhere road salt gets thrown down, you are gambling with the actual frame holding your car together. Pre-2013 Mazdas are notorious for corrosion creeping into subframes, rocker panels, and rear wheel wells, and by 150,000 to 200, 0 miles that rust can eat straight through structural components. Owner forums are filled with photos of rust holes you could push a fist through. And that's not a cosmetic annoyance, that's a genuine safety risk every time you take that car on the highway. Insurance adjusters know this pattern too, which is exactly why resale value on rusted Mazdas collapses faster than almost anything else in this segment. You save money at the curb and then bleed it right back out in frame repairs, failed inspections, and a trade-in value that makes your stomach drop. Buying a used Mazda without a rust and undercarriage inspection is a regret you're setting yourself up for. Number 3 is the Toyota oil consumption cover-up. And yes, even the reliability king has a documented weak spot. You buy a 2007 to 2009 Camry or Avalon with the confident 3.5-liter V6 because everyone told you Toyota never lets you down. But that specific engine, the 2GR-FE, has a known piston ring design flaw that causes it to burn oil at an alarming rate, sometimes a full quart every 1,000 miles. Independent shop data puts the failure rate at roughly 40% of these specific engines. And if you're not checking that dipstick constantly, you're one dry sump away from a catastrophic engine failure. That failure typically strikes between 80,000 and 150,000 miles. And when it does, you're staring down a $4,000 to $6,000 engine replacement on a car you bought specifically because you thought Toyota was untouchable. This is exactly why blind brand loyalty is dangerous. Even the gold standard has a specific model year, hiding a money pit inside it. Trust the exact engine code, not just the badge stamped on the trunk lid. Number 2 is the depreciation gamble. Nobody warns you about, and it quietly costs you just as much as any mechanical failure. Toyotas and Hondas hold their resale value beautifully, which sounds like a win right up until you realize that same strength makes the upfront price brutal, often $2,000 to $5,000 higher than an equivalent Mazda with identical mileage and condition. Meanwhile, Mazdas depreciate faster, which stings if you're the one selling early, but becomes your secret advantage if you're buying used. Because you're getting nearly the same mechanical durability for a fraction of the cost. The real financial trap here is buyers who pay a resale premium on a car they plan to drive into the ground anyway, financing thousands of extra dollars in interest for a benefit they will never actually cash in on. Total cost of ownership comparisons consistently show Mazda finishing with the lowest cost per mile of all three brands. Once you factor in purchase price, insurance, and fuel together, undercutting even Toyota. Chasing resale value instead of true total ownership cost is a betrayal you end up inflicting on your own wallet. And now, number 1, the failure that ties this entire countdown together, and the reason you can never just trust a badge and hope for the best. It's engine and transmission failure, driven by specific model year defects, not brand reputation, and it is the single most expensive mistake a buyer makes in this entire class. Across independent shop data and NHTSA complaint patterns, the truth is undeniable. Certain exact engines within each brand carry dramatically higher failure rates than their siblings built just 2 or 3 years apart on the same assembly line. A 2010 to 2017 Tacoma or 4Runner with the 4.0-liter V6 can develop head gasket leaks, costing $2,500 to $3,500, especially if it's ever towed anything heavy. A 2006 to 2011 Civic with the R18 engine can crack its block between cylinders, leaving you staring at a $5,000 engine replacement with zero warning. And Honda's variable timing control actuators from 2008 to 2013 rattle on cold mornings right before they demand an $800 to $1,200 repair you never budgeted for. This is the ticking time bomb hiding inside otherwise trustworthy brands. And it proves that long-term reliability was never about the logo on your steering wheel. It was always about the exact engine and transmission code stamped under your hood. Buy blind, and you're gambling thousands of dollars on a coin flip. Buy informed, and you sidestep nearly every disaster on this entire list. So here's exactly what you walk away with today. If raw longevity past 300,000 miles is your only priority, Toyota earns that reputation, but only if you dodge the specific weak engines hiding inside select model years. If you want nearly the same durability for meaningfully less money out of your pocket, Mazda is the smartest financial move in this entire comparison. And if a Honda is calling your name, protect yourself by sticking to 2017 and newer models with a CVT or manual transmission, because anything older paired with a traditional automatic is rolling the dice with your bank account. The badge was never the full story. The exact engine code always was, and now you're one of the few people who actually knows it. If this just saved you from an expensive mistake, do yourself a favor and watch the next video, because I'm breaking down the exact warning signs mechanics look for in the first 5 seconds under the hood. The signs that instantly tell us whether a car is a keeper or a money pit waiting to happen.